Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 3. The Coronation, I believe it was called. This was another really good episode. I wouldn't say it was as good as the last two, but it was still a really solid episode. We get the coronation stuff with Kuvira and talk about how she's gonna fucking just make an Earth empire and shit. Now, there are people supporting her, and we get Mako and the Prince, and how the Prince is a little bit more to his character than he did before. I still think he's kind of annoying, but if he sticks to this, not this new side of him, because he only had like one line of dialogue where he was like, I'm a joke or whatever, but if he stays like that, and maybe the series kind of develops him into being a proper king to take Kuvira's place when this is all over, I think that'd be interesting. Bolin is having conflicting feelings about how Kuvira is, you know, handling this whole situation and how she's on like hostile takeover, crushing people and everything. But she gives him, you know, words, and you can honestly kind of see where she's coming from, even though you know she has selfish, power-hungry motives. There are still truth to some of her words, to a certain extent. We get more family drama between, like, Beifong's sister, Lin. Sue. Lin is Beifong, but Sue and her son marrying Kuvira and stuff. We get Korra and Toph, which I was gonna save till the end, but I'll just mention it briefly. But wait, is that the rest of the episode? That's pretty much the rest of the episode. Yeah, I like the stuff with Mako and the Prince. Some of his jokes are funny, some of them is annoying, but I like the direction the character might be going in. The stuff with Bolin is interesting. He's really on Kuvira's side, but he does have conflicting thoughts. I thought that spirit root stuff at the end was very interesting. And, yeah, and also Tenzin's gonna send out his kids to find Korra, which is cool. So Korra and Toph. This was the best part of the episode by far, and I wish there was more of it. Toph is fucking awesome. Like, it's so... She's just like how she used to be in the original series. Whoever this chick who's playing her as an old lady, she nails the performance so well. It is so awesome. The part where she's like, if I was in my prime, I would have destroyed you. That was amazing. I loved that scene. And her just beating the shit out of Korra is well animated, and she tries to get more metal out of her, because apparently she still has metal poison in her, which is why she's been permanently physically damaged. And, yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. And I love the part at the end when she basically says, you know, maybe you don't want the poison out, because if the poison's out, that means you can go back to being the Avatar, and then you can get hurt again. And Korra's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there might be truth to that, and Korra might not even realize it herself. And I think it's just really interesting. I never know where the season is really going, and that's a really good thing. And I think the ways it can go are really fucking good. So this is a great season so far. Really liked this episode, though. The character development for the Prince type character, well, I guess he's gonna be the Earth King, but, you know, that guy... Wu is his name. Yeah, his development's solid so far. We'll have to see where he goes. I like how this episode set up a lot of stuff. Yeah, it was basically a setup episode for the whole season, which you'd think would be the first episode, but the first episode and the second episode kind of followed Korra. I honestly think the first episode and the second episode should have been aired together, but whatever. This was definitely a good episode, though, like I said. We got really good development, obviously great animation. And it's not just that we got good setup and good development, it's that the places these things can go are so good. That's the key there. So yeah, I'm going to give this episode like probably an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very good episode of Korra. Probably not as strong as the first two. Well, probably not as strong as the second. I think the second episode is the best episode of the series so far. I might like this episode better than the first, actually, now that I think about it. But the season so far is fantastic to me, so... Well, I wouldn't say fantastic. It's fantastic setup. We'll have to see where it goes. If the payoff's not very good, that makes the setup worthless. But yeah, it was a very good episode, which I've said like 1,000 times now. So 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of Korra in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.